Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the topic reads: Ndibo gives 90 days to Southeastern governors to launch security outfit, as Governor David Umahi says it's unconstitutional to have a regional security outfit. But before we go into the news of the day and further analysis, we do love you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead and click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel. Let's go straight into the news of the day. The National Working Committee (NWC) of the Igbo National Council (INC) and Igbo Socio-Cultural Group has issued a 90-day ultimatum to the governors of the Southeast Zone to inaugurate their own regional outfit. Reading a communique after a meeting well attended by members from 20 states, the national president of Igbo National Council (INC), Charles Godsend, said that the group also condemned what it described as the naked cowardice exhibited by the governors of the Southeast geopolitical zone on the failures to establish and officially inaugurate the highly demanded Southeast regional security outfit like their contemporaries in the Northwest and Northwest and Southwest geopolitical zones. Godsend disclosed that INC rejects the view of the Inspector General of Police, that's IGP's proposal for community policing for Southeast region geopolitical zone. We wish to inform the people of Igbo race that the proposed community policing by the IGP is meant to officially aid the framework for intelligence gathering and invasion of Igbo communities by the jihadists. On the foregoing, the Igbo National Council requests the governors of the Southeast, South-South, and North-Central geopolitical zones, respectively, as a matter of urgent necessity, to establish and officially inaugurate their regional security outfits like the Southwest Amatekun and Northwest Shege Kafasa within 90 days from the 29th of February 2020. As a sign of patriotism and commitment to the security and welfare of their citizens, part of the communique reads: we know that the failure for the governors of aforementioned geopolitical zones to adhere to this call, the self-determination groups in those geopolitical zones may be compelled to take their destiny into their own hands in order to protect their citizens from the rampaging Fulani jihadists. However, Godsend pointed that the INC supports in its totality the call by the National Assembly urging President Muhammadu Buhari to sack all the service chiefs with immediate effect. He averred that the reality on the ground has clearly shown that the present crops of service chiefs in the country can no longer protect the lives and properties of Nigerians, who he claimed are daily slaughtered like cows and chickens by Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, and Fulani jihadists. The group also condemned the wanton arrest and arbitrary detention of the elders and the people of Ifite Owari community in Anyamelum local government area LGO of Anambra State. We condemn this arrest. They are simply defending the community from Fulani herdsmen who has continued to attack and kill members of Ifite Owari community in their ancestral land. On the foregoing, INC urged the government of Anambra State to rise up to the responsibility of protecting the lives and property of the people of Anambra State. It also urges the federal government to be very sensitive to the untold hardship the people of southern Nigeria are passing through because of border closure. On the above, INC therefore requests the federal government to reopen the southern border or otherwise close the porous northern borders where too many smuggling activities have been taking place since the politically motivated closure of the southern borders. Finally, the Igbo National Council (INC) wishes to advise the leadership of Miitiala in Nigeria to urge its members who now camp in many forests in Southeast and South-South geopolitical zones to immediately vacate those places and those forests or regret their defiance, Godsend stated. All right, that's the news, and that's what the INC, Igbo National Council, have said. They have given their governors, the Southeastern governors, 90 days, 3 months, 19 working days to do the needful. Well, let's just get the feelers of just hear what Nigerians are saying online concerning this ultimatum before we go into the analysis proper. One here says, always chest beating. After 90 days ultimatum, they will all keep quiet as usual. Ndofin Salah. Ndofin Salah people. Okay. This one here says, these people and their funny way of doing things, they forget that the kind of development involves adequate strategy and planning. Here, this one says, Amatekun have been in the pipeline for over a year, and with governor meeting every 3 months. They have just reached first reading and public hearing of his backing laws. What would happen in 90 days? Forget FG approval buy operational cards, legislate laws, and get funding formula. These people hardly think things through before rushing to press. I completely support. This one here says, Igbos have agreed to operate community policing with direct control from Abuja. They know their level. Strong. This one here says, what happened to BSS, Biafra Secret Service? So many questions here. Really so many questions here. Let me take one or two more, then we go into the analysis proper. Here this one says the reality on ground has clearly shown that the present crops of service chiefs in the country can no longer protect the lives and property of Nigerians. Since the government has failed to protect the citizens, actions might as well be taken. Slave masters and his low-pork dead meat seller grandchild will always find news like this amusing. It's talking about the supporters of the killings. Here, take the last one here. He said, if they don't, Unko, you will assail them, Abi. That's why nobody takes any group called Igbo group serious. They lack diplomacy. They always portray themselves as thugs. Even their leaders aren't as a fan of their ways. Imagine, look at how those animals attack Ikwere Madu. Now them know àwọn lomo sha. Okay, yeah, I think àwọn lomo sha. I mean, na them know sha. Okay, but let's hear what that's what Nigerian generalists. We are just picked one or two here and there so that we can just have a feel of what Nigerians are saying concerning this. Nigerians are the leadership in Nigeria are actually used to all this ultimatum thing. We give you 10 days, we give you 14 days, and all that. And they say, okay, after the 14 days, what next? Nothing. Worst case scenario, you go and protest. That we've seen worst. And if you go and protest, they will also produce a group that will counter your group, and to look as if you're not the only one talking. But okay, let's really look at this critically. They've not demanded for something unusual. They've not demanded for something that an average Igbo man does not want. If I heard, when I heard Governor Davi Umahi say something quite sinister, I shook my head. Really, I shook my head because it looks as if he doesn't understand the level of insecurity Nigerians are facing, especially the southeastern zone. Bit by bit is drawing home, but it's like he's not seeing it the way an average Nigerian is seeing it. Look, the western, southwestern have risen up. Amatekun, he said, let me quote him a bit. He said that it's constitutionally not right to have regional police, regional outfit. That Amatekun is not even a regional outfit, that it's a state outfit. Okay, let me just agree with him. Now, I want to just, for the purpose of this analysis, let me just agree with him that Amatekun is a state outfit. But a state outfit that has a regional outlook, is that not amazing? If they can walk around the constitution of Nigeria to the point that, yes, you said state outfit, they have decided to make it state. Each state is having Amatekun, giving it that regional look. If Ekiti has a security outfit, named it, codenamed it Amatekun. Lagos have their own, codenamed it Amatekun. Oyo have their own, codenamed it Amatekun. Ogun have their own, codename it Amatekun. They all keep on having Ekiti, codename it Amatekun. They all keep having their, security, codenaming the thing Amatekun. And each time, from time to time, they have their monthly review where the leaders of each of these states will come in together and review what is peculiar about their state. Don't you think that's a regional outfit? Don't you think they have found a way around the constitution and still have a regional outfit, even though you call it a state outfit? But yet, they work unanimously in a region. And whether you like it or not, when you come in and say, I'm looking for Amotekun headquarters, they all have theirs and they have a way of meeting. Why can't the Southeastern one still do the same? Why must they have to take groups to keep reminding their governors that they need to protect their people? Do you need to, however way that the Southwestern had achieved theirs, can't you do the same? You're saying that if there must be, it has to be community policing and it must take directives from Abuja. What makes it community? What is community about it? If it's taking directives from Abuja, if it's taking directives from, they said that they don't want a situation where the harmony of Nigeria will be threatened. What is already not threatening the harmony of Nigeria? Insurgents everywhere, and it's not threatening the harmony of Nigerians. Why don't we just think out of the box? Let's think out of the 2023 presidential election and just for once have posterity judge us fairly. For once, let's look at our people and say, when I was the governor, I did my best. Why must you take the Yoruba state? They just launched. It was later they now started dragging until they got to now they're at the point of giving a final legal backing. We in southeast, they're yet to even think of one. What did it take the north to produce to launch their own Shege Kanfasa or whatever the name is, and they're working on it very seriously. Why must Ohanes and Igbo came into the meeting, they couldn't even strike a particular agreement. It keeps showing, it shows the fact, what message are we passing to our people? What message are you telling the Southeasterners that you can't for once together unanimously? Yes, you kept mentioning each state having their own local security outfit, different names. But do you think the Southwesterners don't have their own unique security outfit even before they form that Amotekun? Every state has theirs. Why don't you form something that there's uniformity so that together we can push out whatever bandit that have cryptoed into the regions, that together we'll push them all out so we can now have some sort of safe landing. But if you're still deliberating here, should we deliberate, should we not deliberate? They're creeping in, they're moving in. Fairly recently, Delta State suffered a hit that they had to start thinking of no cow and no selling of cow, no eating of cow, simply because of the hit they had. If there was already regional activity coming up already, even before they start asking, in fact, the Fulani herdsmen won't even have the guts to say, don't enter our bushes, because the community, the community police, the regional police that is already on standby, then if they were already in existence, wouldn't have even allowed them to have that power to begin to kill the indigenes, because they would have fished them out long ago and pursued them out of their community. Then others are building up their security network, giving it legal backing so that they can be strong enough to protect their people. While Southeast here, they're busy saying the law of the land does not permit regional policing. That is what you get when your home is not. While there are people, the Southeasterners are thinking of Biafra, but before even the Biafra will still come, at least protect the land that will even be the Biafran land. Yes, you protect the land that will even become the Biafran land. Before the Biafra will not achieve, if they begin to kill all the so-called Southeastern, what will remain during the so-called Biafra? These are the things we are looking at, but I don't know. But that's my take on it. This is me here. That's my take on this. I feel that they should, but however way the Southwesterners did that, I think the Southeasterners should look at that clause that they used to achieve at Amotekun and create something similar without necessarily biting, the fingers that fed them, quote and unquote. But that's my